Airmath here, and this son of a bitch is Gilgamesh from Stranger of Paradise. This is the third or fourth iteration of him. The one where he gets the second one where he gets the 8 arms, second form. And to beat this guy, there's a couple of decent ways to do it. I've only seen a couple of videos on it, to be honest. But I am choosing to basically parry every single attack he does, if I can, and use the counter ability to hit him back each time. Found that to be pretty effective in laying down damage because he does not give you a whole lot of time to breathe, even if you are able to move out of the way of his stuff. Staying in his face while he stays in your face seems to be a pretty viable strategy. And I'm using the Tyrant build here too to switch between different elemental boosts to my weapons, and that just keeps the weakness going and rotating as it wears off on him. So in this phase, this first phase, you're going to see he does a pretty, I would say, standard attack pattern, and the parries are pretty forgiving, so you just stay on him and parry him as he does each of his moves. He's going to have that Zen Tatsu, whatever move that does it does a lot of damage, so you want to roll behind him. And then there's a couple of other unblockables, like I'll show you here, but you play him enough and you will get his pattern down of all his various moves. And after that point, it is just, how good you are at being consistent, because this is a long fight. There's no way really to shorten it a lot. I've tried a couple of different ways, but you're gonna just get in there for the long haul, and then eventually you'll get him down. So you'll see here you don't get a lot of time to counterattack a move. Jump is always going to be kind of that soul absorb. There's his other unblockable move. You just got to roll out of the way of it, and then watch out when he has the axes and gets the swirly axes around him, but you kind of get used to that too. See, on this iteration of him, I won't always do a finisher after I get to hit, because he will switch it up sometimes, jump back and do a different move, which you'll see probably a couple of times here. So jump, soul break, you usually get a free hit, and this combo, which always charges twice. See that jump back, that fake out. He didn't do that before, so you got to maybe safer just to attack something that you can quickly cancel out of. I'm also using Divine Sigil, Seal of Blood, and Counter to help boost, damage and counter window and everything else. You just chip away at his life, and the other thing I would recommend is getting all of the boost items you can. Right, get 3 Phoenix Downs, get if you can max high potions to recover your damage, and then I've got the Sage on the alternate here to give me a little bit of some buffs right before we go into phase 2. So phase 2, I would say he doesn't switch things up as much in phase 2, but his attacks are just a lot more damaging, right? So again, you kind of get used to the pattern. That Blade Dance, you can block all that stuff and counter it once you get the timing down. Everything here is countable. Even that move, it's 2 hits, pretty much, that you just gotta time the block. Block, parry, rather. And then, every move has a little, anime win Melania sort of, at the end. So you gotta account for that in phase 2, but you get used to that too. All this stuff becomes very predictable. Going into Chaos Bringer right now to hopefully boost some damage. And that Gigaplode, I'm going to tell you right now, don't roll, just dash twice. It took me a minute to get used to that. Just dash twice back, and you'll get plenty of distance. And yeah, if he breaks your gauge here, he'll Final Fantasy you and insta-kill you. So be wary of that. What's that little wind thing, block it. I'm grateful for this combo that he's doing, because I have this down real well. Gigaplode I'm also grateful for, because it's easy to dodge after you get used to it. Critical, you gotta delay your block a little bit, but you're okay. So Love this combo. Thank you for doing this over and over again. Sword dance, whatever. You get used to it and you'll be fine. That one too, you get used to it as well. Dodge the last hit and punish him. Purification, big dash across the screen. Do what you can. It's not that bad. Thank you, fantastic. Free damage for me. Almost. Had to buff up. Keen Edge, absorb that one every time, does some decent damage. Oh, did not get the double dash. He tried to Final Fantasy me there, but I came back alive. That sucks, but thankfully he missed. Keen Edge. Take that, send it back at him. Block twice, dodge out of the way, and he's over. And that is Gilgamesh. I think I get to fight him 2 more times. Yay for me. Alright, but I have him down pretty well now, and I think this is probably, hopefully this is as bad as it gets. But hope you learned something, and have a good one.
You again? I thought we made ourselves clear.
The rift has changed. Its paths twist and turn into a knot that's impossible to unravel. This might be the work of that Luthenian you mentioned. Who better to send against one's foes than Gilgamesh, swordsman of legend? A brilliant plan!
And how's that brilliant plan working out?
Huh?